Hello and welcome once again to the Thrifty Collector. Today I just received this card in the mail. It was an eBay purchase. I was bored one night and I was just kind of looking and just seeing kind of what's out there. And I saw this card by this Leaf Pop Century, and I saw Simon Wright, and I kind of knew the name and I thought I knew who this person was. And so I did a double check, and I was actually really excited about being able to get this card. I got two cards, and they cost me about $12. No, about $12, $14 delivered. So we're going to go over both of these. But this is actually one of ACDC's drummer, and my favorite album by ACDC is Fly on the Wall. And this gentleman here, Simon Wright, was the drummer. He filled in for Phil Rudd after the Flick of the Switch album, after they recorded it, and he did the tour. And he did 3 albums with AC/DC. He did Fly on the Wall, Who Made Who, and Heat Seeker. So to be able to get somebody from AC/DC that actually played in the band for a couple albums, well, 3 albums, I thought it was amazing because AC/DC is one of my favorite bands. So this is Simon Wright. You can get off the Leaf Pop Century, and it's pretty amazing who Leaf gets to sign stuff. I think they do a pretty good job because they don't go for the same old people. And this card is like all their other kind of cards. They'll have a 1 of 1, 1 of 2, 1 of 3, 1 of 4, 1 of 7, 1 of 5, 1 of 10. It's kind of like that's their shtick, but when it all comes down, there's probably hundreds of this guy's Simon Wright's autograph. So, but I think it's pretty cool if you want an autograph of somebody from AC/DC at a very reasonable price, because like I said, I don't think most people remember Simon Wright in the band. They remember the bald guy, who I can't remember his name right now, and of course Phil Rudd. But yes, Simon Wright played on 3 albums for AC/DC. So if you get a chance, check it out. Maybe if you're a big AC/DC fan and you want a little bit of piece of history of that band, definitely check it out. The other autograph I got, which I thought was pretty cool, and it's super duper shiny for sure, is Dale Bozzio. And if you're wondering who Dale Bozzio is, she started off, she was a background singer for Frank Zappa. And her husband at the time, Terry Bozzio, was the drummer for Frank Zappa. And they went out and did their own thing. And their own thing happened to be Missing Persons. So they had a bunch of hits. And unfortunately, what really killed the band was them getting divorced, Dale and Bozzio, the drummer. So pretty much was the end, and then she's kind of brought it back, the band, and Dean, and I hope I'm pronouncing this name correctly, Cicerillo, who was the guitarist for Missing Persons through those years, and if you're a Duran Duran fan, he's the one that was on the album, the Wedding album. So Come On Done was their big comeback hit. So he kind of comes back in and forth the band every now and then, but also when I saw Missing Persons, we saw him in Biloxi. It was Tommy Two-Tone, then Missing Persons, and then the Knack was the closing band. And the Knack were phenomenal. Unfortunately, 2 of the members of the Knack's no longer, have passed away. But the bass player for the Knack, for the whole time of the Knack, is now a member of Missing Persons. So I don't know, maybe they connected during that tour. I think it was called the Rock Never Dies tour or something like that. And Tommy Two-Tone was great, and kind of funny. He said if they released this one song, I would not have been a one-hit wonder, and it was actually a pretty good song. So, but it took me a while to try and figure out what her inscription was. And it reads Original Gaga. So I guess she calls herself the Original Gaga. I don't know. I like Dale a lot better than Lady Gaga. So, but if you remember the video for Words, very 80s. Everything was really, really bright, and she had this mini skirt with a triangle on it. And I'm trying to think back, and basically her top was looked like clear plastic fish bowls, if that kind of gives you an idea. But super excited. I only paid about $15 for both of these. The shipping was dirt cheap, and I actually looked at the guy's next round of auctions that were coming out, and he added like $10 for shipping. So maybe he kind of realized, oh, I need to charge for shipping to make a little money. But I hope you enjoyed this, and if you're a big fan of 80s rock, you need to really check out some of this Pop Century by Leaf. Now, they are sticker autographs. Dale's is actually a bigger sticker than what Simon was. And that's why I thought at first that Dale's was an on-card autograph, but it's just a bigger sticker so that she could write original Gaga on it. So check them out. Get yourself that little piece of ACDC history with Simon Wright. And I hope everybody has a great day. Stay thrifty as always. Thank you.